To the top, here I go, think I'm chosen to be the king of rock, think the people have spoken. I can hear the tick-tock of the clock, I'm in motion. So now I'm gonna pop, causing all this commotion.
Yeah. Hello everybody, welcome to the Fat Boy Cartel podcast. I am your stand-in host tonight because as you can see, we're too short. So tonight's gonna be me and Damon, and we're gonna be recovering recovering, yes. We're going to be covering. I killed that one. The Smackdown
We'll
review.
do it live.
And gives you our thoughts on tonight's show. Now, here's the thing. I watched like the first 20 minutes because that's kind of it because I got home and, daddy shit. So, well, no, I can't say the first 20 minutes. I think I seen the Usos the first time against the
Mysterios.
And
See, that's why I'm here, because I have nothing to do when I get home. So I can watch.
I didn't get to see all of it.
Nah.
So, go ahead. You spin me off here. What happened?
All right. So we start the night off with, Cole and McAfee hyping up. Let's see. Opens live in the Thunderdome in Tampa. Michael Cole welcomes us, joined at ringside by Pat McAfee. Music hits. And out comes Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman.
Still the best entrance music.
Yes. Greg Hamilton does the intros. Roman does what Roman does. Roman chants suck. Chants are, probably piped in.
Yeah, because at this point, more people cheer for him now that he's doing this.
Oh, most definitely. So let's see. Early on after the music stops, just, takes it in, smirks, shaking his head.
Mm-hmm.
Roman says he believes in being very direct about how he's feeling. He says he was not happy at the end of last Friday's Smackdown, but after counsel from Heyman and a full week to chew on it, he changed his position on this title shot for the Usos. Reigns says it's no secret he's a centerpiece. Everything revolves around him, but he's a giver and allowed this to happen.
Oh.
Being a real dick and an asshole about it.
Real smarmy about the shit.
Oh,
but
yeah.
At least he acknowledges the fact that, like, this is about me. Like,
it's despite it being an Uso title match,
yeah,
still about me.
Like I said before, when, we were talking about this, with the whole, when it was Daniel Bryan and Edge, I go, Roman acts like, and this is what you would want in this situation because this is what his character is laid up to. That everything else is inconsequential to him. Like, nothing else matters. Like, he can give a fuck less about anything else that revolves around him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I got
proven tonight when he
swerved.
said that.
I got swerved hard because I thought when he said, oh, I'm a giver, I allowed this. Like, when he changed his position, he says he's like, oh, I've changed my position for this title shot. I thought, like, oh, he came to the realization, this is actually good for the family. Still making it about himself, saying, I allowed this to continue, but it is for the family, but because I allowed it.
No,
you could have went that way, but the way they went with it makes way more sense.
Yeah, because it's not about it, as you can see now. You can see that it's not about the family. He makes all these claims that he does this for the family or this. It's about Roman, and which is awesome.
Oh yeah,
because at the end of the day, acknowledge me.
Oh yeah,
like
it's all he wants.
You don't say I'm doing this for us, but then you want all the credit for it. You want the acknowledgement for it. You want the accolades for it. You know what I'm saying? You don't care about anybody else coming up as long as that doesn't overshadow you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So even if the Usos won, hypothetically, say the Usos win the tag team championships, what part of you thinks that Roman won't come in and then take credit for that? As in, like you just said here, I allowed this to happen.
I allowed you to take this shot.
Mm-hmm.
But
you're always going to remember, I'm here.
You're below me.
You're here. Yeah.
Exactly. So after that, after he said I allowed this to happen, Reigns wants to be clear. Jimmy Uso said he was going to win, and if he said that, he better win. As a matter of fact, let's not waste time because Reigns has a lot on his plate. Clearly, this article is a mistype. It's supposed to be a lot on his plate.
But it's his place.
So then Roman tells Heyman to bring him his cousins. Like he just fucking demanded, bring me my cousins.
He doesn't say have Jimmy or Jay come out here. He doesn't refer to them as like his.
No, he wasn't like it wasn't like a suggestion. Like, hey, let's get Jimmy and Jay out here real quick.
No.
It's like
it was a
bring
demand,
me them.
But in the sense of like, bring me what I own. You know what I mean? Not like, hey, go get Jimmy and Jay. No, it's like I tell my kids, hey, yo, bring me that over there, or go get that from. Like, there's no.
That's an instruction.
I'm not giving you a choice.
No.
Here, I'm giving you a direct order.
Yep.
But the fact that he refers to him as his cousins and not Jimmy and Jay, granted they are his actual cousins.
Well, yeah, that.
But to say like, go get my cousins, like they know their place here. Like I don't need to acknowledge them by name.
Whether Jimmy will agree to it or not.
Yeah. To fall in line, essentially.
Exactly. So Heyman barks the timekeeper area and the music hits. Out come the Usos. Usos hit the ring, fired up as usual, especially Jimmy. The fans boo. For reasons, I'm assuming. Jay shows love to Reigns, calls him the tribal chief. Jimmy doesn't. Reigns says it's Jimmy's turn to acknowledge him. Fans boo. Jimmy thought he already did back at Hell in a Cell when Reigns choked Jay out, which I thought was actually a pretty good point. Like, I can't remember exactly what happened, but assuming how that finished, you would have assumed this is Jimmy's acknowledgement of
He did, because Jimmy said, you got it. You the chief. You the head of the table. Like, he said that to get him to not kill his brother.
Now, if they want to play it like, well, that wasn't a true acknowledgement, then I guess fine, fair enough. But
yeah, it's because it's like you said it, but you only said it to save him.
Exactly. You didn't say truly believe it. Yeah, you didn't truly believe it.
So do it now.
Exactly.
And the fact that you won't do it now lets me know that you only said it to save him and you didn't mean it.
Jimmy says it's not about that. It's about tonight, locking down the tag team division, making the family proud, and becoming 7-time champions. Reigns just nods his head and begins to seethe. I really need to look up that word because I'm a dummy and don't know what the fuck it means.
So when you seethe, it's like this quiet anger. The shit that you just hold inside, and you're like, all right.
Probably to a lot of people's surprise, Reigns wishes the Usos good luck. He says Jimmy called the shot. He understands because he does the same. But he gets the job done. So Jimmy says...
that was the whole thing. That wasn't like a good luck as in you got this. That was a don't fucking let me down.
Exactly. Well, yeah. But he gets the job done. So if Jimmy says they're going to win, he needs to make sure they win. Reigns tells them to remember that the whole family is watching. Reigns then tells them to get the job done and bring him the titles when it's over.
You hear that?
Again, making it bring me what I allowed you to do.
Bring me what's owed to me.
Exactly. This is your offering to the tribal chief.
Yes.
Reigns then drops the mic and looks on. The Usos get hyped as Reigns nods at them and then makes his exit. I thought this whole opening was fucking phenomenal because whether anyone, which I'm assuming anyone wouldn't disagree with this whole Roman storyline with the Usos right now, best thing in the fucking company. Like, hands down, best thing.
Yeah. It has been in WWE months now.
Maybe the entirety of the whole wrestling industry.
Because, like, this is what people wanted to see from Roman from the jump.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that you get this now, and it's this
asshole
that you hate is so fucking
good.
Yeah. Like, ugh. It's one of those, like, how dare you make me like you?
Right? He's that one guy we all love to hate, but hate to love.
Yeah. You're like, ugh. He's killing it, and he is killing it.
He is.
And again, Paul Heyman has his hands on it, but it also comes down to Roman pulling it off.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that he's pulling it off in this manner is ridiculous.
Oh,
he doesn't have to talk much. Hell, half the time he doesn't say anything. It's his face features. He says so much with an eye roll or a nod of his head,
just a fucking stare.
And it's just like, yeah, he ain't gotta say shit.
Like that.
Like
when it comes to a wrestler, a superstar in this case in WWE, that I feel is an intangible thing. Like either you have that or you don't.
You don't.
It's what was Enzo and fucking Cat? You can't teach that. You cannot teach someone who has just that commanding presence.
And that's the thing.
Roman's always had it though.
That's what I was about to say. He's always had that look about him.
They just never let him do it.
Take this. It's what people wanted in a sense with John Cena. You can tell John could do it, but then they never really gave him the opportunity to do it. No. And I get why. But how much merch has Roman sold?
Probably just as much.
So why wouldn't you roll the dice with somebody like Cena?
Oh, exactly.
I'm just saying, like
some of the booking that this company's done is just
look. That's there. For another topic.
Well, that's for full podcast.
Yeah. Speaking of which, you can watch our full podcast. Usually, what you shoot them Thursdays,
Sundays, or when we're uploading them.
Yeah, Sundays or Saturdays. Yeah. It's at the Fat Boy Cartel if you were interested in that. And again, follow us on Facebook, Twitter. Ain't nobody on Instagram.
I think we have one, don't we?
We have an Instagram?
I don't know. I think Tony's in charge of it.
Hey, man, we might have an Instagram. Don't quote me on that.
Oh, Eric's going to have loads of fun editing this, though. We are so off topic. Either way, the music starts up. Out comes Ray and Dominic. Which, before we even get Dominic, well, dude, Dominic's killing it. Surprisingly doing very well.
Yes. But I mean, look who his dad is. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look who his uncle was, essentially.
Yeah, seriously. Like, the kid's got it.
He's got the height that Ray never did.
I will say his
dad does.
His mic skills, but at the same time, lacking. But at the same time, that comes with time.
Oh yeah, he'll as long as they keep putting him on TV or having Ray, even when Ray retires, having Ray work with him.
Oh,
give him like 2-3 years, he'll be good.
Yep.
So they come. Mysterios come down. Usos look on from the ring. Heyman and Roman walk past the Mysterios on the stage as we go to fucking commercials. Back from the break, Jimmy starts off with Dominic. Bell hits. They lock up. Jimmy takes it to the corner. Aggressively come back out. Jimmy drops Dominic with the shoulder. Run the ropes. Dominic nails a drop kick. Then a deep arm drag. Dominic takes Jimmy to the corner, and in comes Ray for a double hip toss. Dominic then powerbombs his dad on top of Jimmy for a 2 count. Ray has words with the referee over the count. Jay tags in, then Jimmy and Jay both drop double team moves on Ray. Jay covers for 2. Jay with the backbreaker over his knee for a quick pin attempt. Jay goes for a quick splash on the mat, but Ray moves. Ray fights Jay off. They tangle. Ray takes Jay back down. Jimmy tags in for another big double team. Ray kicks out at 2. We see Reigns and Heyman watching backstage. Jimmy keeps Ray grounded and tries for another pin attempt. Jimmy keeps Ray grounded. Now his fans try to rally. Ray breaks free with the jawbreaker. Jimmy comes right back with the drop kick for a 2 count. Jimmy uses the middle rope to choke Ray down. He argues with the ref. Jay takes advantage with cheap shot from the floor. Yeah, Jay takes advantage with a cheap shot from the floor. Jay tags back in for a quick double team. Jay follows Ray to the floor, drops him, back first over the top of the barrier.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Jay brings it back in and tags his brother in. Jimmy stomps on Ray and grounds him. Jimmy grounds Ray again. Ray fights both brothers off and knocks Jay off the apron. Then sends legal man Jimmy over the top rope. Ray runs, delivers his baseball slide from under the bottom rope. Jimmy catches him mid-move, slams him hard on the top of the announce table with a big Samoan drop. Commercial break. Coming back from the break, Usos are keeping Ray down in their corner. Jay stomps, talks some trash, his fans boo. Jay with the Rikishi backsplash in the corner.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Jimmy tags back in, or Jay with the Rikishi. Jimmy tags back in, goes to the top. Jimmy with the double axe handle. As his brother holds Ray over his knee, Ray still kicks out at 2. Ray fights back and sends Jay face first in the middle turnbuckle as he charges. Jimmy tags in, stops Ray from tagging out. Usos keep Ray back in the corner, continue to punish and taunt him with offense and quick tags. Just general back and forth at this point. Sending both Usos into the ring post. They're both down on the floor as the ref counts. Ray crawls over, finally tags Dominic back in, leaps through the second rope, and decks the Usos on the floor. Dominic brings Jimmy back in, drop him for a close 2. Jay runs in, but eats a neck breaker from Dominic for another 2. Jimmy super kicks him to turn it around. Dominic hits a big tornado DDT, which I remember this. It looked like...
Dude, that looked brutal.
It looked like Dominic let go a little too early, and Jimmy
Jimmy spiked himself.
Exactly. I was like,
I was like, oof.
Right there's the inexperience of Dominic.
Yeah, because he didn't get all the way around. Well, he got around, but yeah,
it just looked like before they hit the mat, he let go of the head.
And Jimmy spiked himself. I was like, that sucked.
Didn't look good. But kicks out just in time. Jimmy climbs to the top turnbuckle now, but Dominic resists. Jay is illegal now. Okay. Because it doesn't say anything about Jimmy tagging Jay.
It was a blind tag. I want to say it was a blind tag.
It's been 4 hours at this point. I'd try to remember. Dominic sends Jimmy to the mat, but has to roll through. Usos end up catching him with a double team pop-up Samoan drop, but Dominic still kicks out. Jay, is frustrated now. Jimmy tags in. The Usos stalk Dominic, dodges the double team super kick, then dumps both brothers over the top rope to the floor. Ray runs the apron, delivers a senton to Jay. Jimmy comes right back with the super kick to Ray on the floor. Jimmy fights in, drops Dominic. Dominic sends Jimmy into position for a 619. He goes for it, but Jimmy levels him with a super kick.
Yeah, he went up for the Uso splash. Dominic then got the knees up, if I'm not mistaken.
Jimmy goes up to the top for the Uso splash. Dominic gets the knees up. Dominic immediately turns a block into a roll-up for the pin to retain.
Yep.
Now, after the fact...
I've seen everything past,
I've seen
the bump, the Rikishi bump, and then I watched everything up to that. And then I didn't get to watch much after that.
Yeah. So at this point, after the match, after the pin is counted, obviously Jimmy's, arguing with the ref, saying he, got his shoulder up. They look back at it, sure the fuck enough, he did. It wasn't just, he's a heel,
No, it was up.
No, he got it up on the 2 count. So after the match, music hits. Dominic, Ray immediately go to the floor to celebrate. Usos start arguing with the ref as Cole and Pat speculate on Jimmy kicking out. Replay shows us that the referee did make a mistake as Jimmy kicked out in plenty of time. Usos. Sorry, reading Usos and C at the same time. Usos seethe in the ring as Mysterios stand tall on the stage. We go backstage to Reigns and Heyman. Raymond. God damn it, English, man. Reigns and Heyman, which that's their new name, Raymond.
Yes, Raymond.
Reigns tells Heyman to bring them to him now. Them, fucking Jimmy and Jay. Cole and Pat show us another replay of the bad count. Usos are not happy, as who the fuck would be in that situation?
Yeah, be upset too. It's bullshit.
Which, I saw that. I was like, wow, they actually, because I know.
Now, here's the thing. I don't think it was a botch. I think it was on purpose. Honestly,
It's obviously storyline about, the ref missing the count. But there have been instances in the past where
that shit just happens.
That'll happen, and they'll even do it planned, but it's still some gray areas. Like, did they really actually get it, or are they just going to say that for storyline? But in this case, no, you actually see him get his shoulder up on the 2 count. So after all that, we go backstage with Seth and Kayla Braxton, which Seth again killing it with the fucking suits.
No,
I don't know.
Seth's closing game is on a whole new
and
level.
To kind of go into the AEW show, I think that's why the Young Bucks are doing what they're doing with their ring gear.
Is because Seth is crushing it.
Well, because didn't they also do even before their right at the start of their heel turn, they essentially wore pretty much the same jacket as Seth was wearing, that big black. And then I think he called him out for it or some shit. So now they're just doing everything he's doing.
Yeah, he's been killing it though.
So yeah, Seth, Kayla backstage preparing for an interview. Announcers show us how Rollins took out Cesaro 2 weeks ago. Back to commercial. I honestly forgot it's been 2 weeks since that incident. Oops.
Oh wow. Has it been? Seriously?
I guess so. Alrighty, back from the break. The announcers plug the upcoming return to touring, which they do every week now.
Yep.
Get it? Coming back July 16th, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm gonna say yes because I can't.
That's the date that's in my mind. That's stuck in my mind because of all this promo for it.
Yeah.
All right, now we go backstage with the Usos and Roman. Jimmy points out to how they were cheated against the Mysterios, but Reigns doesn't want to fucking hear it.
No, because Jimmy said he was going to win.
Yeah, so that's all Roman cared about. You said you're going to win. You didn't win. The fuck you're on about? The fuck you want about now?
Yeah.
Roman doesn't want to hear it. Goes on about how they have embarrassed the family. Reigns says the only thing the Usos are lucky about is that there's still time left on this show. He says they better take their asses to Adam Pearce or DeVille. If I'm not mistaken, he said, I don't care if you take it to Pearce, DeVille, go fix this.
Yeah.
Because Reigns wants this handled tonight. Reigns says they are 6-time tag team champions who made WrestleMania once. And by that, the main card, in which I audibly said at that line, thanks, Roman, for reminding me of that tragedy.
Yeah.
Way to hit us where it hurts, you asshole. And in less than a year with Reigns, Jay has closed the show, walked out holding his head high for the world to see. That, I'm assuming, is referring to the Andre the Battle Royal that they did before Mania.
Yeah, I mean, that and, he's basically saying, under my watch, Jay has done all this shit, and you're here, and now look at you.
Exactly. So Reigns asked Jimmy if he understood his position while looking at Jay. Jimmy stares back at him. Jay looks at Roman and corrects him, saying he's Jay, not Jimmy. Reigns laughs and asks if it matters anyway with the way things are going. Then Reigns and Heyman walk away while the Usos begin to cope and seethe. I'm sorry, Jay verbally got murdered right there.
Yeah.
He's like, you guys were shit tonight.
Here's the thing. Like,
I don't give a shit who I would fucking hope so. But it was like the whole point.
I don't give a fuck who it is.
Like at this point, the way the shit went down tonight doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Give a fuck less who I'm talking to. I'm talking to both of you.
Exactly. It's essentially that's what I got. It's like I'm talking to the both of you right now.
I don't give a fuck.
Jimmy's on my mind because this motherfucker won't acknowledge me, but I'm looking at you because you know what I want.
Yeah, it's
like you know what I want. You didn't do your job.
Yeah. So good.
It's just Reigns.
All right. So
Reigns is the only.
We don't have to really go into detail the rest of it. We'll just speed through the other matches to get to the main event.
Yes.
Because we still got the other one after this.
Yeah. All right. Caleb Braxton backstage interview with Seth brings up possible return for Cesaro, pointing out Cesaro doesn't give up or back down.
Which should be good.
Yeah, Rollins sees what Kayla's trying to do here. She asks what happens when Cesaro comes back. Rollins removes his mic, chucks it at Kayla as fans in Thunderdome boo. Kayla thanks Rollins as he just stares at her smiling. Chucks his mic and then just stares at her. All right, Seth.
What kind of question is that?
Fucking creep. Street Profits backstage talking to Gable. As Gable interrupts, he's trying to recruit them for something, saying how he's helped Otis.
I don't know, man. I don't know what they're doing with Gable. Gable probably the next one released. I don't fucking know.
I wouldn't be surprised. So they Profits laughed at him, not interested. Yeah. And they walk off as a disrespected Gable stares at him. Gable,
they'll probably start a program together.
Yep. Gable and Otis versus the Profits.
Yeah.
Next up is Carmella versus Liv Morgan. This was standard women's WWE match. Essentially, the premise of this match was Carmella apparently is the best looking woman in the company. Liv Morgan says otherwise.
I mean, she is.
I'd rather see Liv.
Yeah.
Like it. Standard match. Carmella wins with the Code of Silence submission for the win. After the match.
That's a sweet submission, though.
And it really is. It really is a good submission. Apparently, after the match, Carmella stands, calls over Greg Hamilton, whispers something to him, and announces her as the winner and the most beautiful woman in WWE. Okay.
Wow.
All right, cool. Great stakes there.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we see Bianca backstage walking as she's going to challenge Bayley. Back to commercial. Back from commercial, Mysterios are walking backstage, apparently leaving the building, thinking they were done for the night. When Sonya and Adam both stop them, reviewed the footage, clear the ref made a bad call in the title match. Pierce and DeVille rule that the Usos will receive another title shot later tonight. I could have sworn they were going to do it for next week because that's what they do.
Mm-hmm. They didn't.
No, they did it for that night tonight. Mysterios, say okay. Well, Dominic first, then Ray finally conceded. Then walk back to the way they came. Cole and Pat show us a replay of the bad call from earlier. Okay. Go back to the ring. Out comes Bianca Belair, SmackDown Women's Champion. To a pop, Belair swings her hair and hits the ring with a mic. Why you would hit the ring with a mic, I don't know. Haha, funny.
Oh. Shut up.
They set me up for it.
That visibly made me mad. I was like,
hey, they set me up for it with their wording. Belair says ever since she won the title from Sasha at Mania 37, Bayley has been pressed. But she hasn't done anything about it, but just laugh. Belair says Bayley should realize the WWE Universe isn't laughing with her, but at her. I'm not. I'm seething over here in anger at her laugh. But that's me. Because what's so funny? None of it.
None of it was funny.
Belair admits Bayley's laugh is getting to her. It's now just getting to you? Okay. For real?
Like
Come on.
Now being annoyed?
More than she actually thought it would. Again. Okay. Belair says Bayley is isn't the first person to try her. Belair goes on about how people have been trying her since she was 3 feet tall. She left all those people in the dust as she found success. Fans cheer on. Belair says she has dealt with the teasers, doubters, and bullies.
Mm-hmm.
But after all she's been through, she's never had someone laugh at her in her face. The utter disrespect, and she's not standing for that. Belair says this is what she proposes, challenges Bayley. Take her cackling self and meet her in the ring in the Hell in a Cell. So we'll probably get that. Well, we are getting that.
That's going to be crazy, though. Because I remember Sasha and Bayley's Hell in a Cell.
I don't think it's going to be in the cell.
Oh, stupid. It's a missed opportunity.
It really is.
Well, I guess not really, because it doesn't really warrant it.
So far, no matches have been announced for Hell in a Cell, like in the cell.
Yeah. Because there's nothing that really warrants it. There's no real feud that warrants it. But it used to be Hell in a Cell. The whole gimmick was the main event was in the cell, wasn't it?
Yep.
So this feud hasn't kicked off to where it would warrant it.
No.
So, all right, that's fine. But I would love to see them in Hell in a Cell.
Oh, yeah. Belair promises Bayley won't be laughing then. Bayley, what's good? Belair is waiting, but Bayley is nowhere to be seen. Belair asks if she's going to come and accept the challenge or what. We start hearing Bayley laugh. Fuck my ears at this point. But we don't see her. Belair is looking around. Bayley finally appears on the big screen and taunts Belair. Bayley has been laughing at people like Belair her whole life. Bayley says she's even there tonight. She's live. Okay, that doesn't seem right. She's live because it says she's even there. I would assume not there. She's live via satellite.
Yeah.
We see Bayley sitting in a room with photos of herself all over the walls. She calls it her sanctuary where she finds peace. I don't know what they're doing with Bayley's character at this point.
I don't either.
It's kind of got that crazy, just not stalker vibes, but just she's fucking.
Wait, she's not really stalking anybody.
She's not stalking anyone, but she's a
narcissist at this point.
Yeah, essentially. Bayley accepts
from a hugger to a narcissist.
Yeah. Bayley accepts the challenge. Says when she beats Belair for the title, she'll be laughing. She will be laughing, but she won't be the only one laughing. Bayley continues laughing while Belair raises the title in the air. Then, out of fucking nowhere, like an RKO, the Thunderdome screens in the arena go dark and start filling up with Bayley's satellite feed of her laughing. Belair looks around terrified. I don't know why they did that. I don't know why that happened, but it was weird.
It's one of those like you know they do it in like the movies, like when the bully has
like
gotten
the villain.
Yeah, and it's just like it's not no mystical powers. It's just she just hijacked the fucking the truck and placed her face.
Why is Belair looking around terrified though?
It's I don't want to call it like terrified. It's one of those like, are you fucking serious? Like
She looked creeped at the very least looked creeped out.
Yeah, like you're like this is off-putting as shit.
Oh yeah,
like
very off-putting.
She stated early on, like all right, the laugh is starting to get to her, and it's like with any bully. If they know something irritates you, then amplifying that is going to make it even worse. So I think it's like
that's fair.
It was more or less of like you got to be fucking kidding me type thing.
Next, we got backstage Street Profits as Otis is pacing in front of them this time. Otis trying to give them the pitch on joining him and Gable for some fucking reason. But again, they shoot down. This will
just be a thing where they'll end up feuding. Because they can't really be put in the tag side of the scene right now because of what's going on between the Usos and
Mysterios. It's going to be a thing. Yeah, they shoot Otis down and
yeah, it's just something to give him something to do.
Oh, well, actually, one should check out the Alpha Academy and get his money back. It's what Prophet said to Otis. Otis suddenly drops forward with one blow and then sends Angelo Dawkins into a production case, putting him down. Yeah. Otis walks off and we go back to commercial.
Yeah, this will be something to give those guys something to do for now.
Yeah. Back from the break, announcers hype up the Usos Mysterios Part 2. Next we get King Corbin versus King of Strong Style Nakamura.
One of the most underrated guys in WWE right now.
I'd say both of them are.
Yeah, and the thing is,
like Corbin, as much as I think Corbin's meh, he's grown on me since. He's grown on me. But we go back to ring. Corbin's out, still seething over his own crown. See recent happenings between Corbin and Nakamura and Rick Boogs, which that's a dumb name.
What did you say his name was?
Rick Boogs.
Okay. No.
Boogs.
It's stupid.
Corbin is even more upset now. I'm calling him Rick. They say Boogs. Rick appears appears on the stage with his guitar and speakers now. Introduces himself, then the King of Strong Style. Rick starts playing Nakamura's entrance, which I fucking hate. Doesn't sound good to me. But, to each their own. Makes his way on the stage, still wearing Corbin's crown. Nakamura gets some pyro, as we see Pat McAfee standing on the announce table enjoying the music.
Good music, man.
Real professional there, Pat. Just saying.
Man. Sometimes when the mood strikes you,
I mean,
no
shoot,
matter where you are.
I'm not downing the guy, but
Like
in a professional
I've been
setting,
at-
do you really want to come off that way?
Hey, I've been at work, Nakamura music hits, and I'm like, it is what it is, In the
It's
middle of
fair.
the aisle, I don't give a fuck what I'm doing. I'm like, oh, this is my shit.
Yeah. Bell rings, they go at it. Corbin unloads on Nakamura in the corner. Rick is watching from ringside. Nakamura with big knee for a 2 count. Corbin comes right back, levels Nakamura. Corbin then talks some trash, drops big blows on Nakamura. Nakamura pulls Corbin into an armbar out of nowhere. Corbin breaks the armbar by getting the bottom rope. Nakamura with more knee strikes. Corbin slides under the bottom rope, drops Rick at ringside. Corbin runs right back in, gets dropped by Nakamura clothesline for a 2 count. Corbin comes right back and rolls Nakamura up for the pin to win using a handful of tights.
Yeah.
But it doesn't end there. After the match, Corbin immediately goes to the ringside, grabs his crown off the announce table. Corbin quickly retreats up the ramp, but Rick grabs his leg, trips him while he's still down. Nakamura comes over. Takes crown back after delivering a kick. Nakamura places crown back on his head and celebrates up the ramp as Rick plays his guitar. Corbin continues to be pissy.
Oh man, Nakamura's great.
Oh dude, I guess he's been taking a lot of Instagram pictures of the crown with him wearing it.
Oh god.
Like I said, this is not a bad feud. I mean, if you took Rick Boogs out of the damn thing, it'd be a lot better in my opinion. But
you gotta take what you can get, I guess.
Hey man, at least they've got these two doing something.
Yeah.
After that, we get a Progressive sponsored replay of last week's IC title match between Kevin and Apollo, where we saw Commander Aziz interfere. We see Owens walking backstage now, heading to the ring.
No.
Aziz suddenly attacks from nowhere. Aziz destroys Owens and goes to deliver the Nigerian nail, but officials stop him and back him off. Aziz may be banned from ringside tonight, but he's attacked Owens before the match. Who could have seen that coming? We see Cruz standing there, and he's all smiles. Cruz walks off as a WWE producer. Jamie Noble checks on Owens. Referees continue holding Aziz back as we go to commercial. Coming back from commercial, and WWE IC champion Apollo Crews is all smiles as he waits in the ring. We see how Commander Aziz just attacked Owens backstage. They just repeat themselves essentially ringside. Music hits, out comes Owens. He's selling the beat down, but he's seething and ready to fight as fans cheer him on. Man, the writer of this article loves that word.
Seething is a new thing. 1 second. Nah, please get down before you kill yourself. Thank you.
No children were harmed in the making of this video.
She was like climbing on a cabinet.
The bell rings. Owens unloads with strikes, but Cruz hits his injured ribs, drops him. Cruz with a rib breaker over the knees. Cruz holds Owens down and stomps, kicks him into the corner, works him over. Cruz with a snap suplex for a 2 count. Owen looks to turn it around, but Cruz drops him with ease and then poses over him as fans boo. Ref checks on Owens, and he's staying in it. Cruz with a shot to the gut, but Owens fights back. Cruz whips Owens hard into the corner, and he goes down. Cruz laughs and takes his time with Owens. Owens mounts offense now. That didn't sound right.
No.
There should be an A in front of that offense. Whatever.
He mounted a comeback.
Yes. Clotheslines, Cruz delivers a senton, but it hurts him also. Owen goes up for a pop-up powerbomb, but his ribs get the best of him, and Cruz rocks him. Cruz charges, but Owens dumps him over the top rope to the floor. Owens runs the rope, leaps out, but the ropes hurt. Runs the rope, but to leap out, but the ropes hurt his ribs, and he stops running. Apollo drops him over the apron, delivers a back suplex on the floor. Owens lands hard, and we go to commercial. Coming back, Cruz continues to take his time, dominating Owens. Cruz keeps Owens down, stomps away. Apollo with the knee to the gut brings Owens back down. Apollo works over Owens and launches him with a big belly-to-belly overhead throw.
Mm-hmm.
Cruz keeps control and delivers another overhead throw. Cruz follows up with a German suplex, but Owen kicks out at 2. Owen comes right back with his own German suplex. They're
about
both
to say rice.
do what?
Were you about to say rice?
No.
I swear to God, I thought you were about to say he comes rice back. I was like, wait, what?
No. Comes right back with the German suplex of his own. Both are down now. Owen starts to move first. They get up together. Owen strikes first. Cruz backs Owens into the corner, takes him to the top turnbuckle. Cruz climbs up for a superplex, but Owens resists and fights back. Kevin headbutts Apollo to the mat for a pop. Seems like a weird thing to pop for, but okay.
Hey, man. Yeah, you got to pop, man.
Kevin stands up, delivers a big swanton to Cruz, but Apollo got his knees up, and Kevin lands hard. Like, right in between the fucking shoulder blades, man. Yeah. Then Apollo hits a stand-up enziguri and another big German suplex. Owens then kicks out, and Apollo can't believe it. Probably with a really dumb expression, because that's usually what they do.
That's what they all do. Like, wait, what? Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Cruz immediately hits a standing moonsault. He hits a standing moonsault as they go to a picture-in-picture fucking ad break. If I'm remembering right. As he's doing the flip, picture-in-picture. I was like, really now? Fucking Christ.
Man. You gotta get them ads in, man. You gotta make that money.
For another close pin attempt, Cruz goes back to the top of the frog splash, but he lands hard as Owens moves. Yes, I cannot pronounce my S's tonight. Apollo runs into a super kick. Apollo runs, hits the ring post as Kevin moves. Kevin keeps control, hips. Goddamn. Hits another pop-up power bomb.
You got it, boss.
For a close 2 count. Kevin goes to the top, but Apollo rolls to the apron. Kevin fights Apollo off from the top. Then Apollo scoops Owens onto his shoulders, delivers a big Death Valley driver on the edge of the apron, which, in case you all didn't know, hardest part of the ring.
Fucking sucked.
Apollo then rolls Kevin back into the middle of the ring, covers for the pin as he retains to get booed louder. Now, my thing is I don't know if Apollo's new move is the Death Valley driver. If it's not, kind of a weird way to end the match with not a finisher.
Not really. I mean, because like his finish is usually what? Was it a splash or some shit he usually does?
I can't remember.
To give him an actual finisher isn't bad.
Yeah.
And, like, the Death Valley driver is a good one. I mean, especially if done on the apron. I don't give a fuck what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Wrap it up.
Oh, yeah. So after that, Apollo stands tall, raises the title in the air as the music hits. We then go to replays. Apollo takes the title to the ramp, and out comes Commander Aziz to stand tall with him. Then, out of fucking nowhere, comes Sami Zayn running past them. Sami hits the fucking ring, drops Kevin with the Helluva kick. Sami yells at Kevin about how this was karma that kicked him, not Sami. The ref yells at Sami, checks on Kevin. Sami goes to exit the ring, but comes back and stomps on Kevin. Sami then backs up the ramp, yelling about how he didn't do anything, karma did. Kevin recovers in the ring and looks on. Back to the Street Profits we go. They're backstage talking about Otis and Gable. They tried to give Otis good advice, but he didn't accept it. Gable was the only one being disrespectful. They go on about how they're going to send Otis right back to the dump where he belongs, and will send Gable with them. Profits say they are up, and they want the smoke.
We want smoke.
Standard Profits at this point, in my opinion, but okay.
We want smoke.
And we go back to the Usos. backstage getting hyped for tonight's main event. And then we go to commercial. Back from the commercial, and announced for Talking Smack on Saturday is Kevin Owens, the Street Profits, with Kayla Braxton and Paul Heyman as hosts. And a confirmed match for next Friday is the Street Profits versus Gable and Otis. So
Yeah, okay.
Surprise, surprise.
It'll give these guys something to do.
Yeah. And it's something I don't think we've seen, actually, so give them credit there. Alrighty, now on to your main event for Friday night. SmackDown Tag Title Match, Usos versus Mysterios, Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
So we go back to the ring for tonight's main event. Usos come out. Jimmy J, Ray, and Dominic are out next. Jimmy starts off with Dominic. As they go at it, Jimmy drops him with an elbow for a 2 count. Another quick pin attempt. Jimmy fights Dominic into the corner. Comes Jay for a double team splash. And right hand, sure. Jay scoop slams Dominic in the middle of the ring for a 2. Jay goes on and drops Dominic on his head. Dominic rolls to the floor to regroup. Jay runs the rope, leaps out, taking him back down. We go to commercial. Back from commercial at this point, Jay is mounting an offense on Dominic and unloads in the ring. Dominic kicks out at 2. Jay grounds Dominic in the middle of the ring with the headlock now, ragdolling him some. Jay looks to put Dominic away, but Dominic moves. Jay crashes into the turnbuckles. Jimmy and Ray tagging at the same time. Ray knocks Jay off the apron and goes at it with Jimmy. Ray with the springboard forearm for the second rope, from the second rope for a 2 count. Ray runs into an elbow. Jay tags in for a powerbomb as Jimmy tags in to assist, but Ray takes Jay down. Jimmy looks to capitalize on Ray not seeing the tag, but he keeps control. Ray sends Jimmy to the floor and delivers a big baseball slide splash under the bottom rope to the floor. The ref counts. Jimmy goes back in first. Jay charges at ringside, but Ray ducks. Oh, excuse me. Jay hits the ring post face first. Ray goes to the top and hits a big hurricanrana on Jimmy to send him into position for a 619. Ray then goes for it and hits said 619. Ray tags in Dominic for the finish. Dominic goes to the top to put Jimmy away, but at that moment, WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns runs in out of nowhere with a big Superman punch to knock Dominic off the top turnbuckle. Ref calls for the match, rings a bell for the DQ.
Again, it was never about them.
Nope. It's about putting everyone in their fucking place.
Yeah, he didn't believe they can do it. And even if he thought Jimmy was going to do it, he was going to still stop it from happening.
Exactly. Just so he can break him down.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, Roman's good shit, man. It is what it is. Like, it really is.
Yeah. So, after the bell, Ray attacks Roman. Roman levels him with a big spear. Roman then screams at Jimmy and Jay as they recover about having to clean up their mess. Fans boo as the ref checks on Ray and asks Roman what he's doing. Dominic is down on the outside. Reigns tosses Ray out of the ring, landing hard on the floor. Roman grabs Dominic, launches him into the steel ring steps, then launches Ray into the barrier again, and then Dominic into the barrier. Roman grabs half the steel steps, rams them to Dominic's face. As he tries to get back up, Roman continues yelling at the Mysterios now. He drops Ray with half of the steel steps with a big shot to the face. Fans chant, "You suck." Now as Roman tosses Ray over the barrier, Roman unloads on Dominic against the barrier with right hands. Roman brings Dominic back into the ring, mounts him with rights. The Usos have recovered now as they sit up in the corners and watch the assault. Heyman is also watching at ringside, holding the Universal title. Paul doing Paul things. Then Roman puts Dominic in the guillotine, chokes him out. Dominic apparently taps, screams, nobody's there to help. Jimmy then yells at Roman to stop, saying that's enough, don't do it like this. Roman just completely discards Dominic to the mat, stares Jimmy down. Jimmy tells him, not like this. Jimmy exits the ring as Roman looks on. Jimmy yells at Jay to join him. Jay hesitates a bit, but goes to exit the ring. Reigns stops him. Jay looks down as Reigns looks back and forth between Jimmy and Jay. Reigns is furious at the sight of Jay wanting to join his brother, but Jay is still standing there at the ropes. Roman goes back to Dominic, mounts him with more big punches. Reigns lifts Dominic, drops him with a big-ass powerbomb in the middle of the ring as SmackDown goes off the air. It's beatdown. It's starting to show that Jay is becoming more conflicted the more Jimmy is around, in my opinion.
And it's upsetting Roman a lot.
Yeah. It's like Roman probably thinking I had this man in my fucking pocket. So, again, Roman's storyline and anyone involved in it, best thing in the damn company going on right now. Hands down, no ifs, ands, or buts. Fucking fight me.
It is crazy, dude. Like it's at that, like that, you know.
I don't want to make
you
a
did
comparison.
what I told you to do, but like now your brother's back, and it's like
now you're
I'm
starting
losing
to
my control. Think for yourself and do shit you shouldn't.
It's like questioning, your own loyalty to me now is like, Roman's not happy.
Not okay with it.
Oh God, no.
He's not okay with it.
Nope.
So, is that it?
Yeah, that's everything. That's the show.
All right. Well, how does Eric say it? First of all, what did you think about tonight's show? Again, you can let us know in the comments. And also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook. I don't know where else. Like, I don't know
where else we are located.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hit that like and subscribe button too.
Hit the fucking button.
Time, we'll see you guys later.
Yeah, ready to go, man, lock and load. That's right, I swear to God that I can drop you, bro. Yeah, I got a shot and I ain't stopping, no. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable.